The life and sad ending of June Carter Cash. June Carter Cash, born Valerie June Carter, was born on June 23, 1929, in Maces Spring, Virginia, to Maybelle Addington Carter and Ezra Carter. Her parents were country music performers. She learned to play the auto harp from her mother. Besides this, she also learned to play the banjo and guitar during childhood days. At the time, she developed a particular guitar style which later came to be known as the Carter Scratch. In 1937, she performed at a public event with her sister Helen and Anita at the Carter Sisters. Their show also featured June's humorous comic performances and monologues. In 1949, the Carter Sisters, their mother Maybelle, and the group's lead guitarist Chet Atkins moved to Springfield, Missouri, to perform regularly at KWTO, the radio station there. In 1950, the group joined the Grand Ole Opry, a weekly country music stage concert in Nashville. After watching June's performances in the Opry in 1955, director Eliza Kazan suggested she study acting. Therefore, she studied acting at the Actors Studio in New York City. In 1957, she acted in various supporting roles on Gunsmoke and The Adventures of Jim Bowie. Both of these are American Western television series. In 1958, she acted in the film Country Music Holiday. She also featured on television show Shindig. In the early parts of the 1960s, she started her career in music again by performing with her mother and sisters. It was during this time period when she and other members of the Carter family performed with Johnny Cash for a number of years. June and Johnny Cash produced a number of successful musical compositions, like If I Were a Carpenter. As a solo artist, she recorded The Heel in the 1960s. In 1963, along with Merle Kilgore, she wrote the song Ring of Fire. It acquired top position on the charts for 7 weeks. In 1966, she appeared in the country music film The Road to Nashville. In 1968, along with Johnny Cash, she won Grammy Award for Best Country Music Performance for their duet performance of Jackson. Written in 1963, this song tells the story of a married couple. Together, they won the 1971 Grammy Award for Best Country Vocal Performance by a duo or group for their duet performance of If I Were a Carpenter. Written by Tim Hardin, this song achieved number 8 position in the U.S. chart. In 1972, she acted as Mary Magdalene in the religious film The Gospel Road. Produced by Johnny Cash, this film did not receive success at the box office. In 1979, she remained busy with writing the story of her life. She published it in the form of a book titled Among the Clydements. In 1987, she published another account of her life story, From the Heart. During the 1980s and 1990s, she started accepting acting roles again. She made appearances on television programs like Little House on the Prairie, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Women, and so on. In 1997, she acted in the film Apostle. In 1999, she returned to recording jobs and released a collection of traditional folk songs. At that time, she recorded the album Press On, which bought her a Grammy Award for Best Traditional Folk Album. In personal life, in 1952, she married honky-tonk singer Carl Smith. They had a daughter named Rebecca Carleen. They got divorced in the later part of the 50s. She married Rip Nix, a police officer of Nashville, in 1957. They had a daughter named Rosie. They divorced in 1966. On March 1st, 1968, she tied the nuptial knot for the 3rd time with Johnny Cash. Their only son was named Johnny Carter Cash. They remained together until her death. In the last years of life, her health had declined markedly due to many incurable diseases. Sadly, on May 15, 2003, she died in Nashville, Tennessee. During her heart valve replacement surgery, she was 73 years old. She was buried at the Hendersonville Memory Gardens, Hendersonville, Sumner County, Tennessee.